Drives Lives with Steve Harris.
This is BBC Radio Solent.
Certainly is 16 minutes past 5 and a big day for our Drives Lives guest tonight. Holly Keyser from Winchester has been with Hampshire Police for the last 9 years. But from tomorrow, she's heading around the world on a career break to raise money for the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance. So tonight's her last night on shift for something like 3 years. She's on the phone now. Evening, Holly.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you feeling?
A little bit nervous, actually.
I can imagine. Just tell us then, so what is it, last night shift tonight, and then, as I say, 3 years you think you're going to be away?
Yes, 3 years. I hope to come back for the 2014 London Marathon. So, yep, 3 years of unemployment.
Well, you should probably start, just for people who are kind of coming to your story afresh, with the background to this. You're gonna, you mentioned the marathon there, you're going to train effectively for the London Marathon while you travel around the world.
Yes, I'm visiting, I'm doing 26 runs around the world, and I'm increasing the distance of each run by 1 additional mile. So I'll be doing 351 miles around the globe to train for the London Marathon and incorporate it with my travelling to raise money for the Air Ambulance in Hampshire and Isle of Wight.
I think the last time we spoke, you'd done maybe 3 runs. You've done a couple in the last 2 months. Tell us a bit about those.
Yes, I ran in Dusseldorf in Germany and Padova, which is near Venice in Italy, and they were really good. I ran with some really inspirational people. In Germany, there was a chap that was recovering from knee injuries, and it was a real privilege to run with him because I know that he found it hard. And likewise in Italy, I ran with a chap who had recently recovered from a serious motorbike accident, and for him to run 5 miles for my charity and for himself was one of those moments where you just think, wow, I'm doing something good and I'm very lucky to be doing it, and it was a real honour to have him on board. So yeah, they were fantastic, really inspirational. And
is that the idea then? Because presumably as the distances get greater, it's going to be harder to find people to rope into these runs with you. It's all very well them coming along for 3 or 4 mile runs, but when you get up into the 12s and the 15s, that's going to be quite tough.
Absolutely. It's been a bit of a surprise. Every run that I've done, I've been surprised as to how many people want to get involved, and their personal circumstances have always surprised me as well. It's never with an expectation that people will run, but for some reason when they hear about it, they want to. But yeah, as the distances get longer, I'd imagine they're going to become a rare thing, definitely.
I also remember the last time we spoke that your plan was, how to put this politely, vague, to say the least. Have you firmed things up a little bit? Do you know where your next run's going to be now?
Yes, I have actually. My next run, well, I start in Russia, then go on the Trans-Siberian Railway, so I do Russia, Mongolia, and then into China. And then I sort of work my way around Asia, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Bali, stop in Australia for a year to work, actually, so I can pay for the next half, which will be Canada, America, down into South America and all the South American countries. So a bit more of a plan. I'm
sure I speak for everybody listening to this when I say that I'm not jealous at all of that that plan. And you talk there about the fact that you're sort of going around all these places, and presumably, is there one particular area that you're most looking forward to visiting?
Mongolia, actually, is a country that really interests me. So although it's one of my first countries that I'll be visiting for the big trip,
yeah,
and I'll only be getting a short amount of time there, it's a country that intrigues me. And then South America, I'm really looking forward to exploring South America, definitely.
Well, we'll live vicariously through you as you travel around, and you can keep us updated. And just in terms of, going into the final day at work ahead of a trip like that, having done this job with Hampshire Police for the last 9 years, it must be a strange feeling.
It is, and I was clearing out my locker yesterday, and I found some certificates and photographs from various awards that I'd been given, and it suddenly dawned on me actually what I'd achieved, and I'm very proud to have achieved 9 years within the Hampshire Constabulary, and I think it's going to be a bit of an emotional roller coaster tonight. Who knows? There could be some tears, I'm not sure. I'll try to keep them in. Good
luck with that. We'll check in with you, I'm sure, at some point in Russia or Mongolia or something like that. The website, if you'd like to find out a bit more, is runfortheirlife.co.uk, runfortheirlife.co.uk, and that's Holly Keyser, who's running around the world.